I was just gonna let the sneeze conversation happen.
No, it's a dumb conversation. I'm just letting you guys know.
That's not true.
Hey, we are tWoTcast episode 436.
I need to turn my volume down.
666.
No, he doesn't have.
No. Okay.
All right, everyone, shut the f up. Let's ready to record.
We like to start every show by yelling, "We are tWoTcast." Can you do that with me? On the count of 1, 2, 3, go. We are tWoTcast. Now we can start.
The Wheel of Time, reread podcast, explicit in R, freaking rated. Jonno's the wild card, always talking shit. Joe's the straight man, he's a total dick. Tom is still obsessed with X-Men.
Previously on X-Men.
We are
You're viewing tWoTcast, the Wheel of Time reread podcast. Now covering season 3 of the Wheel of Time still somehow. What? Or at least the show in general.
Tom is so excited.
For season 3 for the next 20 years.
You
It's
know.
the latest content. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do these. What are they doing? A bunch of dumb RPGs and stuff?
I mean,
Maybe.
if you believe anything that company says it's gonna do. I mean that in the nicest possible way.
What's funny is I couldn't even at first I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then I was fuck yeah. We supposedly have that to look forward to, quote unquote. And I could not wait. I mean, I'm excited to see what that looks like.
I mean,
Next week we could do a show about
if it's real.
cast members
I'll
that
play
have
it.
already signed on to other projects.
Well,
yeah, that's
they're
a good
waiting.
one.
For a girl like you.
I had to maximize this screen.
Nope.
so I would
No max.
stop the
No max.
MySpace.
Okay.
I didn't even notice when the show started. I was looking at MySpace.
MySpace is blowing up, folks.
Tom, you want
Yes.
to do your MySpace check-in time?
Okay, yeah, do the sound of the graphic.
Yeah, get started now if you want.
Okay, do that, but do like do a picture of an old modem, and then I'll be like, MySpace update. And then as I say each word, they fall from the sky and smash it like big giant boulders. And then when it's done, there's an explosion, and then it comes back to us like an explosion.
All right, now, so give me a clean MySpace update.
Well, not now. I can't.
Yeah, do it right now. I'll cut it, clip it out.
MySpace update. MySpace update.
Make your face slowly go toward the screen, like that.
MySpace update. No, I just did it.
That was good.
It's perfect.
I think I got a couple to use in there.
MySpace update. That's
okay. That's the good.
MySpace update.
Oh,
MySpace update.
Previously on MySpace.
All those and layer them so it's like a harmony.
Yeah, Taffy, can you tell the modem sound story?
Okay, I was at the pool. You don't really want the story
I
again,
do.
Joe. You don't.
I do.
All right,
so she's like, I want a clean recording of this. It actually makes that fucking sound like this old credit card machine, and then the guy talked over it. So
he did.
I told that story last time,
and I can't hear him, but it's in there.
Yeah, I heard it because it's engraved into.
You can hear it, but you can't tell what he's saying, really.
No, it's awesome.
I wondered where the noise came from because I thought we were all muted for a moment, and I was like, "What the fuck's that from?"
Oh, see, it's very it's all right. He wanted to be in on it.
We have
Thanks, son.
7 new followers
on MySpace.
You knew I saw that you guys were 16.
16 total on that mark 100.
I know. I looked through mine because I have 20.
What the heck?
The fuck is that about?
But I didn't recognize anyone.
There's obvious reason.
I didn't recognize anyone. So hi Glenn.
We have to shout out some new ones.
So yeah, if you're part of the TWoTcast fan club like I am, making notes.
All right, so here's
newsletter.
Here's our
please
new
let me
followers.
know if you're on there.
I don't think these are real people. Well, some are, some aren't. Well, first we got Magical Residential Design, and we got magicalcabinets.com. I feel like the same person, or even the same thing.
Different type of magic.
I guess that would be, yeah.
Maybe they're alt accounts for the alt accounts.
I gotta tell you, the Magical Cabinet looks pretty normal, and honestly, not even that normal. Less than normal. Not great. Maybe it's supposed to look like that. I don't know. Page Parody. This is
I saw that one. What the fuck is that?
Page Parody is a parody profile, and it's just a girl bending over in a G-string. I didn't really dig into it further than that.
You should probably dig into it.
And then we got bestgamecodes.com following us. I don't know about that one either.
I mean, they're great.
You guys standing on a plane? Then
we
got
in a peasant Warcraft 2 voice, Don.
I don't know what that means.
Then
we got Strickland Propane, and this got a picture of the propane store from King of the Hill. I don't know if that's somebody that
may be real.
Follows us or not. Yeah, that might just be a joke. Then we got William Voiles, has no picture. I'm assuming that's just a person that was like, they want us to follow MySpace. I'll do it. I'm not putting a picture on here.
Yes.
I'm not taking the time to do stuff.
If you are here and you have created a MySpace profile and we're not recognizing you there, please let us know on
what are you doing?
MySpace/TWoTcast, and then you will
let us know on MySpace.com/TWoTcast.
MySpace. We want to engage with friends.
/Sing with Taffy.
Hey, we're not even done.
Wheel Time News.
You forgot about you. We have one final follower. It's the best one there is. It is Doylan Hake. Here's some super combination.
William Boys is real person.
Oh yeah, we
with 2 L's. That makes it more official.
I don't think a fake person would just leave the little dot for a head and mound for a body. Hey, profile. I think they put something fake. But Doylan Hake, some sort of super rapist. Like the Voltron of rapists.
Doylan
Incredible.
Hake.
Incredible.
It's super rapist.
I don't know. I mean, I love it.
I mean,
Doylan Hake.
it's the new place. It's the new space for all of your Wheel of Time news.
Look.
MySpace.com/swing-with-Taffy.
Doylan Hake's
MySpace.com/.
profile has a picture in the background of a hotel called the Railway Hotel. He also got followed by the Survival Party store. Did they follow everybody on MySpace?
So
yeah.
Here's a legitimate question: who is making these, like, I don't know what you'd call them, like made up accounts on MySpace to try to get like weird?
They're just old. They're still on there.
Still on there.
They're just bots doing their job, Jonno.
Yeah, Jonno. I don't know if you
20
ever heard
years later.
I don't know if you've ever heard of grind culture, but if you got a business, there's a social media exists. You need a profile and you need to join it. You got to get out there.
I've heard of grind culture, slightly different context.
You need at least 50 different side hustles. And you need to be up at 3:00 in the morning doing push-ups, drinking raw eggs, and following people on MySpace.
The only way you're going to succeed. And only doing 4-hour days, so that way you have multiple days in one day.
If you're efficient enough, you can get a whole day's work done in 4 hours.
I've got so much to learn.
If you try.
Yeah, well, that's been MySpace check-in time. I guess later we're going to change it to MySpace update.
Yeah, get started now if you want.
That didn't sound
Put
good.
it on a poll because you
like,
said you wanted a spinning graphic. So I was going to put something on one side and the other and just go like this. So you saw us, so it would spin back and forth for you. But I figured Joe would have something for you this
Maybe
week.
kind of a modem with the words falling on it, like boulders. And then the explosion have like a telegraph machine.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even make sense. You have the modem sound with a telegraph, and they're just like, "What is this?"
I think you're overreaching my give a fuck about
this. Have you guys ever heard a credit card machine make that sound? Because it was too good to be true.
I mean, yeah, it's just the best. It was just the best.
So that's like, and that happened this year.
This was just a few weeks ago, and it was like after because Joe and I have meetings about like stuff to do. Like he tells me stuff he wants to do for the show, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. So that's basically he just says things he wants to do, and I'm like, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
We do the same thing before we have sex, and guess what? None of it's a good idea. It's a very bad idea.
Some of it is.
It's got to be pretty good if you guys are still doing it.
I have never bled so much.
I set the.
It's good for you. You got it. You're supposed to get rid of some blood. It's good for your iron.
It's just that the meetings are a waste of time. It's the same thing every time.
Yeah.
This could have been an email. How you wanted to
face down, ass up. What?
Yeah.
Got it. Same as last time. Not even changing the date on the PowerPoint. Not even pretending you're updating it.
Face down, ass up. Anyway, we'll see you.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. How was your guys' vacation?
Wonderful.
That's awesome. I'm so
yeah, I got drunk at the beach every day.
Fantastic. Were there thunderstorms?
Yeah,
there was supposed to be a lot, and then it only like on the first day was it in the afternoon, and after that it was at night every time, so it never bothered us really.
Well, that's cool.
There's always supposed to be a lot. It's the beach. It rains for 20 minutes and it stops.
I'm just saying, like the week previous, the weather was looking pretty bad.
Pretty bad. There were shark attacks.
There were sharks.
Whoa.
And stingrays. Lots of stingrays.
Stingrays are cool. I love them.
They're fucking cool.
Stingrays are cool. They stab your niece.
Yeah. They're cool.
That's true.
Until you're, yeah.
You only do that if they like you.
Yeah, Chris.
I mean, Vilo's fine. That's
Chris has children to spare. It's fine. He's like 12.
Oh, there was a stingray near Violet?
Yeah, Violet was right near it, but I mean, Violet and Lily were playing in the.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Cool until they kill Steve Irwin.
Oh. That's
cool,
guy
though.
is so happy to go out like that. He was asking for it for years.
Yeah.
He may
You're
literally.
him, like, how do you want to die? Seems like a quick, easy way to go if you're gonna get killed by a
stingray to the heart, man.
Really cement that legend.
All right. Well, that's
what are you doing tonight, guys?
All right.
Yeah, I think we small talked it. I don't even think we introduced ourselves.
Joe,
yeah, we never got
this
that
whole
far.
show up.
I don't know if we need to.
You know, the MySpace.
You
news
know
is
who we
important.
were.
We can't wait to report on it.
With me
You know
as
who
always
we
is
were.
Jonno. I'm
Jonno.
Joe. Tom's kind of always here now too
Yeah.
again. Taffy Bennington.
I'm here again. Jonno, your muscles are huge. Can you do that again? You look like He-Man. Holy shit.
He-Man.
Welcome to the Gun Show.
It's perspective. They're now in front of me.
Oh, that worked for me too. Do mine look huge?
Jesus
does a-
Christ, what happened?
Jonno does a
The
fisheye
lips.
lens.
Yeah.
That seems to be
For all
offended
his dick
by-
pics.
Jonno seems to be
Dick
offended
looks
by somebody
huge.
saying he looks strong.
Yeah.
Oh, you look strong.
Thank you.
All right, it's
I'm gonna go
perspective.
jerk
Calm the
off now. I'll
fuck
be
down.
right back. Yeah. Best compliment I've gotten since I gave myself one today with my mouth.
Oh,
My
gee.
penis.
wow, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're all over the
That's
place on that one.
awesome.
That's cool.
I had to biopsy part of my penis to do it. I'll be very honest. But
Okay.
it worked.
Which part?
So for
The
those of
whole
you
head.
who don't know what
Oh,
Twat
no.
69 is, it's basically, Jonno, you want to run by what Twat 69 is?
Twat 69 is probably one of the most innovative ideas that came up while drunk. It is the idea that you like or dislike a character at first, and we did it for the entire Wheel of Time book series. And then
Wait, did we?
midway through it,
We did a lot of it. It was when you were out, Tom.
midway
say.
through it, we're all of a sudden like, I actually don't know if I like that character anymore. So you kind of flip them around, huh?
But sometimes they flip back.
And then, yeah. Sometimes you're like, well, maybe I should.
Sometimes it turns out to be more of a roller coaster ride.
Yeah. So that is Twat 69.
Yeah, the concept
we're doing it
is
on-
like Rand's awesome in the beginning and then you hate him at the end or something like that. But like,
Yeah.
just as an example. But
Yeah, and also if you
but yeah.
hate Rand, you're fucking up.
But we're gonna
But
do
all
it
female
with a
characters
few
are
of
okay to hate
the
briefly.
show characters, show specific stuff tonight.
Yeah.
With Mat and Min and Liandrin we've chosen. Assuming
Good
we get that
grouping.
far.
That was a
Thank
good
you.
group. That was a good group you put together. Those three.
So I guess spoilers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
spoilers for
sure.
Tom, who hasn't
The
seen
books.
season 3 yet, but he's he's gonna quote
Spoiler
watch
for
it.
Tom. Yeah, spoilers for the show, I guess. And spoiler, we're gonna bring stuff up in the books. It's gonna happen.
It's not a spoiler for the show for me. I've read the books.
Oh, okay.
I have some bad news about the show, by the way.
Tom, we got some bad news.
Yeah.
Books and the shows don't match, but they go back to each other very simply.
Yeah.
That was a
Because one of them
that was
got canceled.
interesting.
It's like money
I
and
don't-
corn chowder.
Is that your job?
Yeah. Of course, it's my fucking job.
Did you guys
That's
see
the
that
best kid ever.
the Save Watt campaign? They had their banners and billboards
yeah.
and stuff this week.
Yeah, why don't we?
Let's check in with Save What?
Yeah, let's check in.
While we were halfway making fun of the show, let's check it
Is
out.
it saved yet?
I mean, it's not saved yet, guys.
So
But here's their banners. Let's see. Well, they're at
They're getting
187. It's still
exposure.
getting more signatures. Yeah.
yeah, it's only
What is
gotten 7,000 in the last 2 weeks. I
Oh.
think. I think it was at
What is that?
180
Oh,
last time
It's the
we were on.
plane. I was like, what am I looking at here?
Yeah.
That's a
Read
plane.
those.
You know who reads those, Tom? High-powered executives that make decisions at Amazon.
You know what they should do? Fly that plane into Culver Studios. That would get their attention.
Right into what about right into the building?
Oh, they
Yeah.
just went straight up with a Wheel of Time picture on that one. I'd say.
What if?
Yeah, I think they found out. I think they had to talk to like a trademark lawyer or something.
I was gonna say,
figure out
what
how to do
if Amazon sued them?
That'd be great.
See,
Not
these
only
are.
did
I'm so cool they got to pull that off because that looks bitchin'. Like
Yeah, that
that
does look
looks
cool.
really cool.
And that's over a porn star or a porn store, right?
Yeah, that's what Planet Holy Woods is.
Thank
That's
you.
a Planet Hollywood.
Yeah. Sorry,
That looks
let me
like
go back.
shit. That is a word. That is horrible.
That
What do you mean? There's a red carpet. There's a place to take a picture right before you get let in by this little, like a rope there, and then you feel like you're VIP.
Planet Hollywood is like a big globe or something, or am I thinking of something else?
Nope, you're exactly right.
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, some of them were back in the day till they almost went
most
bankrupt.
of them? Isn't that the idea?
Yeah.
That's exactly correct.
And then you go in and you see a bandana that Arnold Schwarzenegger wore in a movie and Madonna's comb bra. And it's like, I'll have a hamburger. Let's fucking go. The best experience of your life.
Salve.
I mean, these look cool. I think it's awesome that they're up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to accomplish anything, but I'd like it to. What's going on with Rand's legs there? That looks weird.
Walking.
Let's spend some time. This
Where's
is
that?
West Hollywood.
Save the wheel of time. Anyway, these are. I mean, it's cool that they're doing this, and it's really cool that everyone cared enough to donate all that money to make that possible.
Donate and pronate. It's very exciting. I don't know if it's going to be successful. I've got some bad news. Luckily, Tom did sign up for the Save the Wheel of Time thing. We do appreciate his signature.
Several thousand times. Thank you, Tom.
Do it again.
Yeah, I would sign it over.
The petition size didn't grow that much, but you know what has been affected is viewership. Like, it's gone back up. It was like at 10, and I think it's Wheel of Time is back at like about 5 as far as like streaming and people that are watching it. So people are seeing those and they're watching it, which is kind of trippy.
What if
it's almost as if they had advertised it in any way?
Yeah.
Millions of people saw those banners and they were like, well, I'm not just going to sign this petition. I'm going to have to watch it first.
I'm going to have to watch it first, and then I'll decide if I'm going to sign this petition.
Well, these are people of integrity. In fairness, if you just sign something blindly...
I mean, I agree.
What's wrong with it?
Who's signing something blindly? You know?
Technically, Tom did that. He didn't watch season 3.
Do your research first, then sign the petition.
Watch all the seasons.
Technically, Tom did do that. You're right, Jonno.
Piece of shit, Tom.
He signed 1,000 petitions, but he didn't watch season 3.
I love that we've got Steve Irwin commentary going on all over, the things that matter. Steve Irwin, national hero of all nations, I guess international, because he's fantastic.
Maybe the stingray didn't like it. When you do the stingray petting, you're supposed to just do 2 fingers on the back. That's how they like it.
Nobody's petting the stingray. It's in the ocean, and then it stabbed my niece.
Did you get the detachable penis song in America?
It stabbed her niece in the foot. It got her in the foot?
No, she just stepped on the tail. It cut her a little bit.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
She was blessed.
I think she stepped on its body and basically went, "What the fuck?" and jumped backwards and stepped on another one, kind of thing. Or it was the same one. We don't know.
Wow.
This is a story being told to us by a 9-year-old. So
okay.
Weigh the facts. You know,
the beach people knew. The beach people.
Yeah, they knew. Yeah.
We had some of the wise elders of the beach come to assist us with this medical emergency.
Did they pee on her foot?
If you had put that out there,
no, they put it in hot water and then they wrap it in bandages.
Wow, that's awesome.
And then I told her she had a mummy.
They gave her something.
And they kept telling her I was going to cut it off and use it as a lucky charm, and she did not like it.
What's wrong with her? That's a great
when it gets
thing
all
to
shriveled
say.
up, we'll slice it off at the ankle.
I mean, that
be a
would
lucky charm.
make you feel better.
Every time I make a wish, one of the toes will curl.
I think that was the perfect thing to say. I'm sorry she didn't appreciate it.
Lily takes after her father.
Sounds like I wish I had $1 million, and it's like, why only $1 million? That's what I asked him.
Yeah.
What you guys want to do?
$1 million even get?
Show?
I wouldn't even be able to retire.
Yeah.
Tom, you're old enough.
Crazy.
You'd be fine.
That's what you think.
Yeah, you'd be fine, Tom.
Yeah. You got 3
Do you guys want to do what are they doing now?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Oh, you got an installment for us? Fantastic.
I do love that we
always have an
false
installment.
advertised that we're going to cover the show. And it's
we are going
over and over.
We are.
We just talked about the
these
show.
Are,
We
these
did.
are gambles.
For like 15 minutes.
All right,
maybe
tonight we're
we can connect
doing
with the show on
Michael
MySpace.
Mickelhatton, who also played Tandil
Hey.
Thor. I don't know if you realize this, but he was recognizably absent from the Battle of the Two Rivers, Tom, in season 3, and not in the show at all. Really. Was he in the show at all 3? Season 3?
Hold on. No. I would like to. I wish we had a freeze frame for your brother's fucking face because upon realizing that one of the most famous actors to like start wasn't even there for the third season, your response was,
no, I was actually searching MySpace for the Wheel of Time, and I think I figured out why I got canceled. They don't even have a MySpace page.
Obviously.
Bad move.
It's the dumbest move I've ever heard in my life. Why would they do that?
I hope an Amazon executive is watching this, finding out that they don't have a MySpace page and firing somebody.
Someone should definitely be fired for that. That's really bad.
The Penis Falling Off song is a real song from Australia. I thought Jonno would like it. Oh, well, we'll have to find it on MySpace. I know you can find a lot of good music on MySpace.
Or send us the actual link too.
What's it called?
Because I want to know about this Penis Falling Off song. Is it Lorena Bobbitt's song that's done by Weird Al?
No. Oh, it says the Detachable Penis song in America in the early 90s.
Oh, Detachable. Do you guys know that one? I remember that.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, for some reason they played it on like K-Rock and stuff. It's just one of those songs that gets airplay, and you're like, why the fuck is this on the radio?
King Missile, 1992.
Listen, everybody.
Lyrics. Wow.
Here's a song I recently downloaded to my phone. And then like a while ago, I was asking like everybody I ran into for like 2 straight days. I'm like, hey, do you remember this song? And then when they said yes, I'd be like, why was that a thing? It was the song Rico Suave by Gerardo.
Rico.
Okay. Yeah.
Suave.
Also covered by Weird Al.
Another one.
It's
I mean, why
great,
wouldn't he?
but terrible, but also great, but also like really terrible. It was so popular.
It was, huh?
Why?
I haven't thought, yeah.
I don't know.
Have
I
you
love it.
considered the Weird
You
Al
love
version
it?
called
You
Taco
should-
Grande?
Yeah.
More
It's
about-
very
You should
similar.
teach
It's
your
just
kids.
different words.
Sounds like a familiar idea from him.
It's not a hard to write a song to write a parody of. There's like 4 words in it.
Yeah.
That's true.
That is true.
And then he just raps about how he's a gigolo.
God damn, is that what that's about?
I guess so. Yeah, he's Rico Suave.
I could use $1 trillion. Listen, the $1 million is a joke. From
Dr. Evil?
Oh,
no,
right.
not Dr. Evil.
Yes.
No, from I wish I had $1 million. Hot dog. You know what I'm talking about, Tom.
I did.
That's all that matters.
Yeah,
All right, what fuck are we? Oh yeah,
Fine, don't tell us
yeah,
what
get
it's
to the goddamn
from.
point
That's
here.
fine. Just don't tell us.
Latin. Tam out Thor. This is what he did right after the Wheel of Time. It's got the long shadow. It looks actually pretty good.
Man,
That's out already.
I can't even read that. It just keeps resetting itself. Make it stop resetting itself.
Pause
Yeah,
it.
Can't pause
What's the
it.
point of that?
Well, read it. Like if you can read it off screen.
Settle.
I like that you settle us
Settle
down.
down.
We're the ones
Settle
fucking
down.
this up.
Oh, stand
Tam
down.
is the one.
Oh,
Count the
one comment
Count
about
the
my
Ooh,
Frankie.
I'll
what
get
was
your.
that?
I'll get your stuff.
That
That
a
was
big,
Tom's
was that a
stomach.
big growl?
Oh, that's a dog.
What'd she find?
Jesus.
Nothing. She just wants me to throw the ball.
Throw the ball then. Throw
I
the
did.
ball.
Jesus, Tom, throw the
Tell her to-
ball.
Tell her to bring it back.
She did.
She did.
Can't
Yeah,
wait to
good
watch.
job.
Wendy, you throw the ball, it never ends. It never ends.
Yeah, but it keeps her happy and busy.
Doesn't make dogs tired though.
If Tom continued to throw the ball, it would be every 10 seconds for the next.
He'll be
5
dripping
hours.
She
goo
straight
and
up
not in a
growled
fun
at
way.
you. She's like, "Throw the ball, motherfucker."
It's you, fucking bitch.
She does when she's excited. She growls.
Fucking ball.
So cute.
She gets that from Lindsay. Is that right?
Lindsay growls like that.
Yeah, when
Ooh,
she gets
I get to
excited,
see
she
the
growls.
action. Thank you for throwing it back there so I could see her go after it. That was awesome.
I thought you'd prefer that.
Thank you.
She might have lost it in the tall ground.
Oh, here she comes.
Watch out,
Let's
boy.
just do
it's
this.
gonna
Let's
tear
just
you
watch
up.
Tom play fetch with the dog.
Apparently that's what we're doing.
Right.
That's all we're watching
I mean-
and talking about.
I
That is
literally
what we're
could watch
doing.
that for a long time.
Oh, I'm getting the images
Ooh,
so
she's gone.
Tom can read.
She caught it.
Okay.
Got
Why
it.
If Doylan
Yay!
is watching, why didn't you follow me on MySpace? I'd like to know, Doylan.
Yeah,
Oh
don't.
no.
That's one of the
Doylan hates-
only.
We don't want to see you
Multiple-
outpacing us.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Oh, okay.
Whoopsie.
I'm not doing
Where
it
am
on
I at?
purpose.
Here, she's gonna catch it. Ready?
Yes.
Ready?
We can't see that.
Oh, how did?
You didn't make it. Didn't make it onto the screen.
She's so fast. How did she come back so fast?
She's
like
obsessed with that fucking ball.
Whoa, she is.
He's got 3 dogs. They all look the same.
I was wondering, like, is there more than one? Oh, you're pretty
someone
good
sharpening
at
a
that
knife. I think that's
like
it's
Tom.
the crickets and Tom's.
Yeah, Tom's got a cicada in the fucking background that sounds like he's rubbing a whetstone with his penis.
Maybe I am.
Sharpening.
My penis is so calloused from jerking
How
off
calloused is it?
I don't know. I have a punchline ready.
Bare naked ladies. Oh, bare naked ladies comments in here.
Oh, it's a bare naked lady song. I take it.
It's not a bare naked lady song. It's from quote King Missile, 1992.
Right.
First 2 lines: woke up this morning with a bad hangover, and my penis was missing.
Yeah, that wasn't good either.
And it was something
Whoa.
detachable penis. It's just
All right,
like
fans,
that.
you got to get your shit together. That was 96, 97. 4 or 5 years after Detachable Penis by King Missile.
All right, anyway.
Tub thumping was stupid. They did.
The Long Shadow.
They did not
Fuck
get
off.
back up again.
It's a serial killer show. I think it's a limited series, so it's already over, and it looks pretty good. Of the things that I was looking through this afternoon, I was like, all right.
The Yorkshire Ripper.
Yeah.
You can't just
Yorkshire. I was wondering how you say that. Yorkshire.
Yorkshire. It's probably Yorkshire, but
no, I like Yorkshire better.
I think it's Yorkshire.
It's probably Yorkshire, which is how you actually say it.
We don't actually speak
have
English.
no idea. Oh, look, it's the guy from that show.
That one guy, from the show, the one guy
in the top right from Fringe.
Oh
yeah,
shit!
Yeah. Well, yeah, and also he's in a lot of stuff. Fringe. He's always playing it. He's usually playing a Nazi or somebody evil.
I saw that. I
mean, I know he's in a lot of things, but I just like Fringe.
I think he's the main character. I mean, from the trailer, I would have played the trailer like I did for.
Is he the voice of Arnim Zola?
Barney Harris, but he wasn't in it, so I was like, "What's the point of that?"
Right? Is he the voice of Arnim Zola in the Avengers?
Yeah, Arnim Zola, yeah, in the MCU. So anyway, he's in that. He's in 7 episodes. Apparently, it looks pretty good. The Dry. He's like 8. He's like 9th build or something though. I think he's like.
So he's working all over the place.
Yeah, this is an ongoing show, so this hasn't stopped.
If he wasn't in the 3rd season and there was so much time between the 2nd and the 3rd, maybe he knew he wasn't coming back for 3, and he was just like, "Well, I got things to do."
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe he didn't want to come back.
Why would he not?
He's in 2 upcoming projects. This is called
Maybe
The House of Guinness.
Maybe he likes the books.
This is not a poster. This is just a Guinness poster, by the way. It has nothing to do with the show. But this show is by the guy that makes the. It's in post production. They don't have any images, but it's the same guy that made Peaky Blinders. So he's going to be in like 4 episodes of that. It's supposed to be really. I mean, everyone's hoping it'll be like Peaky Blinders and be as good as it.
I've never seen anybody called a brewery mogul in my entire life.
Really?
Oh, first.
Can't wait to hear the story of it.
I can't wait till we get one following us on MySpace, a brewery mogul.
This is
Old Man Budweiser,
Untitled Jimmy White biopic. That's it. That's all the information we got.
Okay.
Post production coming out sometime. Who knows? Anyway, that's what are they doing now?
So he's working.
Excellent segment, Joe.
Yeah,
Great job.
He's working. He's working.
Good job, Joey.
He's been working.
Yeah, he's doing stuff.
Is he getting
this is
residuals?
Wait,
you got any money off that shit?
I have no idea.
So yeah, he was.
What does that work on HBO?
His bio has nothing to do with Wheel of Time. I just added that at the end as a joke. It's a Game of Thrones, Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan and Chernobyl.
Good one.
And then I'm like, and of course Wheel of Time.
It's again, not to shit on the show more than Tom is going to later on, but like to me, like one of the biggest.
Yorkshire.
They did so great in
Game
of Thrones with him. Like he was a wonderful character, very like effusive, evocative, just kind of wonderful actor. And they bring him in as Tam, which has like such a high fucking ceiling, and he did fuck all. Not his fault. Like, it's just such a weird thing to bring.
Seems
in.
like a weird not use of that actor.
Yeah. Exactly. Almost like they.
But he's not in those
up.
parts.
What?
Well, the disappointing part, he was not in the Battle of Two Rivers.
That was.
Well,
I mean, they did bring him back in season 2, but it was just in like Nynaeve's
accepted test.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Lindsay?
Yeah, that's just Lindsay. Lindsay's like a Charlie Brown mom, but it's dog barks.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That would be kind of awesome.
Only
if Tom responded to her in English like it was normal.
Yeah.
Like in Wayne's World?
She's like,
misunderstood. Lindsay's outside.
Screaming like a bird to Mac. Yeah, you're a bird.
All right, Twat 69.
Twat 69. What's our first character, Joe?
I mean, let's start off strong with a little Matrim content.
So,
this would have been the best for the 69 picture because there was 2 different actors.
That was also part of the plan, but we ran out of effort.
We classically started with Barney Harris.
Barney.
I got a few shots of Matt.
Look at him. He's such a cool Matt. He was such a cool Matt.
Yeah, the more I was looking at pictures of him tonight, I was just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Getting kicked off
him a lot
for being an anti-vaxxer is such a Matt move.
But like, so in fairness,
they should have been like, that's perfect.
Allegedly. It
is allegedly. Like they've like the rumors have never confirmed it. I don't know if that's true. I don't know what the fuck.
We need some kind of reason.
Pretty dumb hill to die on.
Hey, I don't know if you know this anymore, but facts don't matter, and if you just decide what you believe it.
Yeah,
okay.
If anybody disagrees with you, just tell them to do their own research and then walk away. That's a winning argument every time.
Hey, do your own
so
research.
True.
Jonno,
yeah.
What do you think about Matt throughout the seasons?
So that's the thing is he was a wonderful choice for 69ing because he literally can 69 himself because he's radically different. I don't really know how I felt about Matt from the beginning to the end. I didn't like what they did with his just changing his backstory, dirtying him up, and not in a fun way. I really didn't like his last episode of season 1, or thought it was pretty trash. I don't know what his deal was there.
This one right here?
Yeah.
The last time we see Barney Harris in the show. For some reason, it just doesn't go with him. I remember seeing that episode and just going, what the fuck? Like,
yeah,
I was so confused. And granted, we found out later it was allegedly something else. But, man, I don't know. I was just like, what the fuck?
Maybe he already had COVID and he couldn't get near the rest of the team.
They're like, stay back there. Stay 6 feet back.
That's how you kill Mashadar. It's like an Independence Day. What if we give Mashadar a cold?
Not so much disappointed we didn't get Michael in season 3. I'm disappointed we didn't get Tam at all. They should have recast him. That's true. Just we barely saw the guy. Like,
he wasn't in it because of the actor? Did we know that?
Yeah.
No.
Like, I guess there was conflicts or something, and like when they finally got back to shooting the show, which also is a problem because they were shooting so far apart. But
that's weird.
Do you know why? It's because Amazon had a conflicting fantasy show in the Rings of Power that they were trying to jam down our throats at the same time as the Wheel of Time.
But how can you have a conflict? So what if Rand was doing another show? You know what I mean? Like
Rand did a movie. He did Gran Turismo.
He did.
Did he really?
Yeah. Rand did a movie. You can find space in your shooting schedule. I don't buy the shit that he was like not available.
I don't think you're allowed to do that. Or maybe they like only if you're a principal and everybody else they're like do whatever you want. And I guess when we shoot, like if you're available, that'll be cool. Who wrote this contract?
Yeah.
Question: I've never seen Gran Turismo. Are there traps in it?
No.
Are there cars?
Traps.
Yeah, it's a car. It's a car movie.
But you could put.
I thought it was like a Clint Eastwood movie about like an angry old.
Oh no, that's a Gran Torino.
That's better.
Sound very similar.
That's why I was confused. I was
Gran
like,
Torino. That movie came out 15 years ago.
I was like, wait, that Clint Eastwood movie was called Gran Turismo?
No, Gran Turismo is the PlayStation game.
Yeah.
But it's like famous because they match the tracks in reality so much that they decided to like really hire these kids that were like good at doing the game simulator.
Wait, is it about
real drivers? Yeah, it's not about the game. It's about a kid who gets hired to do like actually drive a race car because he was so good at the game. Because it's like a simulator.
Happen. Yeah, strong.
It did. It's a true story.
I don't believe it.
Again, are there traps, and should we watch this for Christmas?
There isn't traps, but there's a horrific accident.
Jonno, as soon as you asked if there were traps, I knew exactly that you wanted to watch it for Christmas.
Does the kid die?
That's where you were going.
Does the kid die in a horrific accident?
I don't want to. No spoilers, Tom.
Because he's not capable of doing it. Like I just said.
No.
Sounds like there were traps, and he fell victim to them.
That's like saying somebody's really good at Madden. They should be a linebacker on the Philadelphia Eagles. You die in 5 minutes.
They had an online tournament to get a real racing spot. That's true. It's the race car version of The Last Starfighter. That's actually true. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
that's outrageous. True.
Rand was in a bad accident. That's true.
It was called the Wheel of Time show.
Oh, the strength and stamina you need to have to race a car is fucking crazy.
Well, that was part of it. Like never mind. We're talking about Gran Turismo so much.
I just think it's stupid as shit.
We're not even talking about Rand. We're talking about Matt.
I know when they had that contest, nobody was just like, "This is stupid as shit. This is not gonna work. Someone's gonna die."
That's okay.
It was
Did he die?
It's the guy from Stranger Things. What's his name?
Stronger Thongs.
Red Guardian. What's his name? David Harbour.
Oh.
Yeah. He won the contest?
He plays that role. He's the guy that's like, what the fuck are we doing? These kids are gonna die.
Okay.
I know, okay. Yeah, like I'm the race car teacher. You're fucking insane. Yeah. Anyway.
So, Tom, have you seen Gran Turismo yet?
No, but I'm gonna Google the shit out of that later.
I haven't either.
Okay, we got two seasons with Donald and one with Barney. Definitively, at least from your memories at this point, who do you like better? Which one do you like better?
I'll be honest. I think I like everything Barney did, and maybe that's just rectum spec looking backwards. It seemed a little better, and maybe he also got a little more like space to shine.
Yeah,
to some degree. And I don't even know if I agree with that, but like he kind of got to play with Rand almost literally like a little more. Like in an interesting way, and he never had to hold the world's dumbest prop ever. So that's a good plus for him.
I would say for me, Barney was closer to what the book should be. He was the first one I saw, and like that story veered off wildly when they cast the new person, which is not his fault. But so every scene I saw with him, I was just like, I don't care for this. And then my biggest memory of him is the Bollywood nonsense at the end of season 2. And I'm just like.
So
I don't have good memories of Matt.
Let me.
I do have good memories of Matt number 1.
I fucked up. He actually has held the 2 dumbest props, the horn and the dagger stick.
Oh, the dagger stick.
Yeah.
Talk about again, and I apologize.
And as we all know, Jonno hates that drawing.
It's
another prop that he held that you hated.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever they did to that was the fucking dumbest.
I mean, fish face, dagger stick. Like season 2 was not nice to Matt. Although I thought he did a really good job when he met up with Rand and Karian.
Yeah, he was. Again, I thought it's about the actor.
He did a great job. So I'm just saying, like, do I like him more though? I don't think I do. I do really love him in season.
That's kind of weird too, because he's a more seasoned actor, right? And
he's was kind of arguably better. I just didn't like look. Maybe I already had Barney's face in my brain as the character, so like it shifted so much that I was just like, I don't know if I like that.
It's hard,
even though he's arguably better.
He was pretty well loved in season 1, so it's hard to get past that bias.
Like Maria, absolutely.
Just the fact that you don't mind him.
Yeah.
Season 2 and 3, I think means he did a great job.
Oh yeah. Season 2, even with all that stupidity, like he still did a great job. But season 3, I thought he did a really good job.
I almost brought up.
He was like one of my favorite parts of the show, honestly.
I think I've done it 50 times. The 21 Jump Street where they changed the credits. I was just like,
it's 22 Jump Street.
What is this? That's not Johnny Depp.
Oh, hi, Dovey.
Hi, Dovey. Barney was a lot hotter. See? Hard to switch. It's hard.
He had those eyes. He had those sad dog
Barney was
eyes.
more suited for darker, dagger-infected Matt. Finn was better for swashbuckler Matt. Yeah, I kind of say that.
Swashbuckler.
Yeah. But
yeah, Finn was Finn? Donald.
Yeah, Finn,
okay, yeah. He was like that whole scene when they were on the raker, the seafood raker.
Rakin.
And Rakin.
No, it's the raker. No, it's the Rakin's the fucking
the tow rakin.
Yeah.
Rakin and tow rakin.
Yeah, they were riding a tow rakin. Did you know that?
That'd be amazing. Just
Tom,
right
yeah,
there
you
on the
missed
water.
that. No, but like
real life?
he was so no.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Pretty
They
awesome
found him.
in that. I liked that. It was funny.
Yeah, he was. I mean, yeah, I really liked him in Tanchico. I don't know. Him hanging out with Min a lot was fun.
So I chose, or Joe chose, like probably the most bland first option because like we like him all the way around. Like it's not that kind of like hate dislike that we really.
No,
appreciate.
I mean in terms of the character's actual arc and like the actors are good, great. That's great.
Great.
We were comparing the actors. I'm talking about like the character Matt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How is this a 69? Seems like.
So here's why it's a 69 because I loved him in
way.
season 1 and I did not like him in season 2 and 3.
Do you?
I think it
remember the
kind of
time
redeemed.
where-
Yeah, I think maybe it redeems itself in 3. But season 2, I was just going, "What the fuck?" You know, like kind
He
of
was
like the whole time.
in jail because of this. He was stuck in the White Tower jail with Min.
Yeah, that was stupid.
That was like didn't like anything about that.
I guess that was just a way to get him like back in the show because it didn't make any fucking sense that he would stay behind in the first fucking place. So they're just like, I don't know, stick him in jail in Tarvalon. We don't have a lot of options here.
I think
We know he needs to be somewhere with Min.
You almost could have pretended he was there the whole time at the end of season 1. Randa goes off by himself anyway with Moraine at the end.
Yeah. Well, Moraine sent that when
Why isn't Matt here? He's still asleep. It's crazy.
At the end of season 1, she sent a letter. She had that one chick send a letter to the Red Sisters to go pick up Matt. So that's how he ended up in jail or in Tarvalon jail.
Moraine did? I don't remember
Yes.
that. No wonder I hated this show so much.
Did that
Yeah.
that happen in the show?
Yes,
Yeah,
it happened.
it
It was
did. Well, it's behind the, it was like not behind the scenes, but it happens
It
like
was
not like in an action
Algamar's,
scene.
yeah.
But yeah.
Well, Algamar's sister,
Toe Rock.
Agilmar's sister, she
No.
asked
Oh
her.
fuck yeah! What's her name?
Sting raking.
Sting.
Call back, Glenn. Glenn said,
Yeah.
I think Barney could have done the swashbuckler too. He just didn't get to it. I mean, that,
Yeah, for sure.
I agree with
I
that.
guess we'll never know.
Yeah. Until they redo
Season
the
2,
Wheel
Matt was
of
more
Time.
about the writing. Yeah, well, that's what. Yeah.
Again.
I'm
Shitty
so
writing
pleased to
fucked
see
me.
Guardian from Alpha Flight on the screen every single time.
Yeah, no, it makes me happy. Let's look at it again. There he is.
You
I
knew a
love
good
it.
Alpha Flight book. What's John Byrne doing? Nothing.
Yeah, do
No.
something, John.
Just writing on his message board, being all grumpy about literally everything.
What's our next character? Like, there's probably hopefully a better option than again.
Well, it's Min, and she's very interconnected with Matt. So, I mean, we might as
Yeah.
well talk about her.
So that's the easiest thing in the world. Why the fuck is Min so interconnected with Matt that it seems like she's about to 69 him in a very literal way?
Very
Again,
confusing.
like people brought that up many times over, and I just never saw that. All
Many
I saw
times.
was like forget drinking buddy version of Min kind of thing. Like I never saw
Sure.
like any sexual tension between them really.
But
Tom,
why?
your thoughts?
But why?
just to keep her with the group, I think, honestly. Like, they needed Min close, and they were like, she's not close to Ren right now, so let's keep her around until we need her.
Only there was a blueprint for how to keep her close.
Yeah.
They had to come up with something.
Yeah.
So let's meet her and follow Dara for some fucking reason instead of way earlier in the show.
Why not in that first town they go to where they meet Tom and
they meet a bartenders?
Yes.
Aren't they already? They're already separated by that point, I think, though.
That's correct. They're already separated.
It's just Matt and Rand.
Tom,
Yeah.
Sure, but at least it's closer.
Oh, that's true. It would be a lot closer. And also, the only one she really needs to like meet is Rand.
Yeah,
you know, like it would have been fine if she met Moraine and like they whispered a little bit, but the interaction with Rand and her is the important part. So yeah, you could have stuck her.
Min meets and interacts with Rand in the beginning when she with the group of friends and does like the Fireflies bit in the darkness and all that stuff. Then I guess it would have ruined the mystery of who the dragon was at first.
Oh yeah,
so that makes sense.
So that's
it's another reason I hate
we don't talk about that. That's probably next week's episode of the Twat 69 of the Dragon. Kidding. It's all bad. It's all bad. that might be the most upsetting thing the entire time. Why are you sidetracking me?
Why don't we do a what if
tension because they already fucked and it came too soon.
Let's do a what if episode where we go character by
But if they weren't drunk enough, they would find someone.
You like that show.
I did. I like that. That was funny.
Let's do a what if episode where we go character by character and talk about what if they had actually been the dragon in the first season.
Oh my god.
I love this idea.
I think other people have already had these conversations multiple times, but I mean, I think we should just plot out the books as if it was a TV show, do their job for them. So the next time it comes up, you can just be like, here you go. We already broke the story for every episode of your show.
I can do that. It's extremely easy. I feel like I've done it sometimes on this show.
Again, it's almost as if there's a blueprint for it and we don't have to do a lot of work.
I forget who I got in a shouting match with while drinking over the weekend, in a positive way, about she's dead. The fact that like writers for TV shows that exist already in books. Like,
Jonno's wife's pronouns are were.
Why do I have an erection?
Oh, no.
But like, I'm like, they're not writers, they're translators, and they're fucking it all up. And I was just like, well, this, like, afterwards, like about 30 minutes later, I'm like, oh, that's probably a little too vehement about that. But yeah, whoops on that. But seriously, you're not writing something new, you dumb dicks. You're taking source material and trying to fucking put it on whatever jerk off material you've got.
I mean, that still counts as that still counts as writing.
You're a talented writer if you can translate a book to screenplay and do it well.
Okay, fair enough. I don't. You're not wrong. But
that's why Rafe's credit says adapted to screen by. It doesn't say written by. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason that it's said a certain way. He's not claiming to have written the Wheel of Time.
But there are writers for the Wheel of Time, and again, that bothers me. It's more like saboteurs for. I'm sorry. Exactly.
Oh, what the heck was that?
Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
It's
that
okay,
was the sound of a
Are you
sneeze.
screaming?
Coming down the stairs.
You know what? It kind of sounded like. Kind of sounded like Winter's Dragon.
Oh, thank you, man.
They mispronounce. It's JIZZUNTIT.
That's what we say in this house.
Jizzin'
Jizzit. My kid sneezes and I say jizzin' tit.
I thought you spelled Jizz Unity for some reason. Jizz Unity.
Jizz what?
JISM. Jism.
Oh, jism. Oh, good.
Which, by the way, is my favorite category. Whenever in Jeopardy, they're like, "All right, isms, not much ism." Jism.
All right, so Min in season 1, like, we really only saw her at the end, which we've already kind of discussed that was a problem. Again, as an actor, she was fine. She was great.
Yeah.
I didn't have any problems with her.
I mean, a small presence in season 1 is fine. It's just in a weird spot.
It was in a weird spot, yeah. But because of that, like, they're like evacuating the city, and the last time you see her, she just like sits on the back of a wagon and like rolls off. And I'm like, they didn't even do that for Tom Merrill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate what they did with her in season 1. I'm not.
It's
fully in
okay.
love
It's not
with it all.
Yeah, it was fine.
But it's all right. This is an entrance. We'll see what happens. Like the ending of season 1. I don't know if you guys know this. A little messy because of other things, and so it could be
Well,
worse.
also to Tom's point, like you kind of want her to evaluate all of them individually, and then, or as a group, even with the sparkles and whatever. And you can't really do that until you're like, Rand's the Dragon Reborn. So like saving it to that point, I guess, doesn't bother me. Like it's not the end of the world.
Well, hold on. It still fucking bothers the shit out of me. This whole who is the Dragon Reborn? Also, who is the dragon? What is Dragon Reborn versus Dragon? Exactly. That being said, we've already murdered this plot line 30
Yeah, we've
times.
murdered that. We've murdered that. Yeah.
So let's do it again, right?
And we'll do it when we talk about Rand.
Okay.
Right.
What I don't know if Rand's gonna be in 1269 because the whole point is
maybe not.
You like and you don't like.
That's true. Rand might not make an appearance.
Yeah, because I like him all the way through.
Yeah, there you go. He might just be in Twat blowjob.
Yes, that's where he deserves to be.
Yeah.
Do I like what they did to him?
Blowjob.
Oh.
Not necessarily.
No, that's true. If we're just going by the show,
it's just show. Yeah. I mean, again, this isn't a judgment on the actors. This is a judgment on the actual character that is Min, or Matt, kind of thing. We've said multiple times that we love most 99% of the acting. Like I don't think I have a problem with almost anybody that's in the show.
No, that's true. I like all of them.
Yeah, it's really just like where they were, what they had to work with, and that's kind of what I'm like evaluating, I guess.
I'm very bad at this.
It's easy to get lost in like, oh, I liked Min though, she was great, and you're like, no. What did she do in the show that was good? I guess initially I liked Min's introduction because obviously they had to stick it at the end for it to make any sense and not reveal anything too early, I guess. No, they didn't have to. But they did it themselves. But but yeah, I guess like at the end of the day, it is a little weird that like as the show went along, she got further and further away from Rand or interacting with him in any way, and just kept going down the road of like me and Matt are buddies, and I was just like, what are you doing with this? Kind of thing.
And also, again,
because
she got further away.
They had him all tangled up with a Gween still, so they couldn't like have her be connected. They should have. That was a big mistake. They shouldn't have done that.
A big mistake.
Agreed.
Victor Pulak.
Stupid. What do you got now?
Away.
Is it beer time?
Another beer? It's beer time.
Hi, Patrick.
And I apologize for not responding to Joe's Victor Pulak joke. A big mistake. A big mistake.
You bring those kids back alive. Min was too old. Interesting. She's supposed to be older than Rand. It's not. Yeah, she's supposed to be like a Nynaeve,
Wait, how old
older than Rand.
She was 48.
That's old.
That's
better than Rand. Oh.
It's an interesting thing. Like I don't know if Min matched what I expected, but I feel like they definitely didn't know what the fuck to do with her though.
Yeah.
Especially as season 2 and 3 wore on. Like it seemed like they were kind of like, well, we've got this character who sees the future, but we don't know how we're actually going to see the future. It seemed like every sort of thing with whether foretelling, dreaming, that kind of like, again,
actors in their late 30s at least.
Thing.
That's fine.
How old do you think she is?
I thought she was about 69. Yeah.
Yeah, approximately 69 years old.
Yeah.
Looks real
round up to near 69.
I don't know if she's late 30s, Patrick.
Yeah.
This is just on like Glenn said.
Yeah.
Rand likes
but I just think that they botched kind of everything with regard to forward-looking shit. Wow, what an old hag!
She could play a younger person. She looked fine. They do that all the time. Tom Welling was 37 when he played it.
That's a cast like 6 or 7 years ago, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. You're right.
Again, old hag.
Yeah.
You boys better watch yourselves criticizing women that we're not criticizing.
No one's doing it.
Oh, am I supposed to chastise?
We're saying we love them.
She might be talking to the chat.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, she would never talk like that to us.
Also, born in '85 and the youngest one somehow of this poor panel. Besides Taffy,
Yeah, we're all old. We're all old. She looks wonderful.
Taffy was born in. What's that?
I don't think she looked too old. I thought she was fine. Like, I mean, like,
Yeah,
is the actual
18.
actor older than what she's supposed to be? Sure, but
1899, Jonno.
She doesn't look old.
You look terrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For 126, terrible.
She looks fantastic. Look,
I'll work on that.
I don't care if it's show or book. No men slander on this show. There will be none of it.
White Man Wild, his smegma comment.
I don't know. A lot of people like rotten cheese. Age 50 years.
Isn't cheese always rotten? Isn't it just rotten in general?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if her hanging out with Matt the whole time is weird and different, but I didn't dislike it.
I disliked it. I didn't like the idea that they're playing this weird, shitty game of like, I don't know, telephone through the fucking, not telephone, but through the fucking prison. Everything to do with it. The fact that she's trying to get rid of her seeing with Ishmael. All of this felt like some of those.
I didn't like the dark
writing.
friend bullshit thrown in there.
Yeah. It was bad writing to me. It was
all right. So season 1, I feel like they got away with how they introduced her, although it could have been better. And then season 2 was like the hanging out with Matt the whole time and drinking in jail. and then I guess all the Ishmael stuff. Like, what did she do at the end? Nothing.
She was there.
She cut Matt down hanging from the doorway.
No, that's season 3. In season 2, she just abandoned him, right? And was like, "Fuck off."
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Well, she ended up. She told him. She's like, I had a vision. Don't go with Rand, or you're gonna fucking.
Yeah.
kill
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's right.
True.
And
that's right. And she
she's
was
like,
tricking herself stupid, and then he's like, "You're not my friend anymore." And then he closed the door.
Like, I should have. She's like, I'm not. I wasn't supposed to tell you. I'm supposed to make you want to go.
Yeah, that's when she revealed that she was talking to Ishmael and shit. Yeah.
Again,
I don't like Min being a pseudo dark friend at all. Like that does not sit well with me.
I think the point is to kind of humanize, and I think it's a good idea to humanize dark friends and like rationalize why the fuck they do this. All right, fair enough. But you chose Min, who is one of the most beloved characters for being pretty fucking benevolent. Like if you really look at like what she does, she maybe sacrifices herself more than almost anyone besides Rand.
That's true.
She sacrifices herself for Rand, like the entire time. Like she's a selfless character for him. So like using her as that kind of like let's humanize dark friends. Terrible fucking
just showed him her titties, Matt would have done anything.
And White Man Wild is 100% right, and I appreciate.
Well, yeah, of course, because he's your alt account.
Yeah. How dare you? But like that to me is like one of the biggest fuck ups is like not understanding this character and why it is that like she's beloved by the fandom. She's the fucking for Rand.
Mm-hmm.
And instead she's the fucking friend for Matt. And
I don't think so. Like, assuming we got a season 4 and a 5, like I think they could have got her there from where we were, but like that's the case. Like we didn't get that. So like where they left that character,
you didn't have to get her there because you didn't have to leave her there in the first place.
Whoa, Tom, did you watch season 3? Because you're right.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, I know. No shit. But I mean, that's the thing is like we don't have to do this like it complicated, like, well, if it would have gotten away with it, what if there's meddling writers? Like, no, they should have just not fucked it up.
It's like, how do we get out of this pickle? Like, you made the pickle. Put it in the jar. You're the one that did it.
I could be both.
He could be both.
Yeah. Tom, despite the cleverity on the bottom of the screen, you're exactly right. It's like, you don't have to feel like you don't get to play victim when you fucked yourself into a corner. Unless you want to get one of those like wall-mounted dildos and then fuck yourself into the corner.
Yeah, of course.
Which I believe brings us up to the Bukowski quote of the evening.
I was just gonna say, is it time to read Bukowski?
Segue. What a segue.
This is our segment called Jonno Reads Bukowski. You can start anytime, John.
All right. Oh, I didn't realize I was waiting. I thought you were waiting for the graphic to end. Oh, it's just on me every time. So here we are on page 77 of Charles Bukowski's Women, which apparently Tom never even noticed the title for. Very perky tits, by the way. Good for her on that neon light. Mindy pressed her body against me and kissed me. It was a long kiss. My cock rose. I had recently been taking a lot of vitamin E. I had my own ideas about sex. I was constantly horny and masturbated continuously. I'd make love to Lydia and then come back to my place and masturbate in the morning. The thought of sex as something forbidden excited me beyond all reason. It was like one animal knifing another into submission. When I came, I felt it was in the face of everything decent. White sperm and dripping over the heads of the women and heads and souls of my dead parents. If I had been born a woman, I would certainly have been a prostitute. Since I had been born a man, I craved women constantly. The lower, the better. And yet women, good women, frightened me because they eventually wanted your soul. And what was left of mine, I wanted to keep. Basically, I craved prostitutes, base women, because they were deadly and hard and made no personal demands. Nothing was left when they left. Yet, at the same time, I yearned for a gentle, good woman, despite the overwhelming price. Either way, I was lost. I continue to struggle with women.
That's been Jonno Reads Bukowski, everybody. Good job, Jonno.
I hate it so much. Has anyone punched this guy in the face yet?
It's a book that was recommended to him by Alan Ronchak, editor of the Weekly.
Recommended is a strong way to say that.
Yeah, it was recommended, and he sent me the second, or I guess technically the predecessor as well.
We should.
All right, back to Twat 69. Wait, are we still talking
selected
about men, or are we done with men, guys?
We should do selected readings from some of our pamphlets that we own.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that.
Fuck.
I was thinking that.
We
Tom.
should.
Taffy, what are your last thoughts on Min? Like how you feel about her character in the book and the show?
Well, it was a good, and then season 2 was and then season 3 was a backup.
Ah, so 696.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Almost
That's kind of how I feel.
And then a 9 again when Loyal died. And then a 6 again after.
Damn it!
69696.
Fuck this show. I'm glad it's dead.
Oh no.
And while you're down there, you're kind of like, well, maybe one finger in the ass. And that's all right.
After Taffy said that, go to Save What.
.com.
But
Don't
you
forget
have
the
to.
.com
You cannot bring back whoever thought that was a good idea.
That was me.
Oh, they'll bring the whole band
No,
back.
no, you would never.
I would never kill Loyal. Also,
the way they did it was terrible.
That has to be one of the biggest fuck yous to the fandom ever. If they had dropped Bella off a fucking like forever death, it would have been funnier than Loyal. Also, would have been really funny.
I mean, isn't he a parallel to Robert Jordan himself? So it's like they fucking killed him again.
It's like they killed him. It's like they killed him again when they started the show. Maybe they had an eventual plan to bring Loyal back somehow.
Absolutely.
Some sort of master cleansing.
It doesn't change the 3 days that I was imagining him. I was punching pillows and thinking about him falling through and tearing his eyes out and trying to kill himself while he's floating through darkness. And
they weren't going to bring him back because Rafe specifically said
they can't collect characters.
That he is dead, and that brings us to our third character.
He's only the chronicler of the entire
What do you guys think about Rafe?
Yay!
Every time you say that, it sharpens my rage so much. We can't collect characters. Who's Maxim?
That made
what
it
are you
even
talking
worse.
about?
It made it so much worse, that comment.
So Joe and I were texting off of this incredible that the final Twat 69 would be our good friend Rafe Judkins.
Rafe Judkins. Yeah, we were joking.
Rafe would be our final one because at first we were like, well, who the fuck is Rafe? And
maybe he's going to do a good job. It sounds like he's read the whole series.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what the thing is too, like in interviews, sometimes you say stuff and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But I'm pretty sure he rewatched that interview before they attached it to the end of the show. And he's like, yep, that's good.
Yeah, and that's why he's a 69. At first, we were reticent, but okay with him. And then at the end, we're like, nah, not so much.
Yeah, take a look. He's upside up.
He's trying to 69 himself. he's trying to go as fast as he can.
Yeah.
If he spins fast enough, his body will still be flipping over while it's flipping up.
He should not work in Hollywood. He's bad at it.
He is. So he was watching a lot of Wet Hot American Summer with Cam.
What was saved by cancellation?
See, now that's good.
Taffy
my God.
Taffy sounded like Tom for a minute.
I'm telling you. That's
well, if you talk about Loyal's death.
Yeah, I get really fucking weird.
Where the Save Watt billboards were right after those end and put that quote up.
Yeah, well, raise money on MySpace.com. It's a new place to get all your Loyal's.
What are we?
And
hire a plane with a banner to follow the other plane.
They can find you at MySpace, the banner.
How much? Like, legitimate question. How much money?
Make the show
and
better.
I don't want to fucking do it. How much money do you think that could raise of like disinterested and just not disinterested, but like dismayed nerds like putting together a you killed Watt?
Probably a lot. Yeah.
Disturbing amount.
That's actually interesting. What if we started a "Don't Bring It Back" page? How many signatures would we get? And how much?
I want it back. I can fair this.
I've said this before, but I do want it back. But mostly because I love all the actors, and I don't want them to have to pick new ones in 5 years when they do finally bring it back.
As a social
the same ones back.
I'm interested.
It's an interesting
experiment.
Could we get more signatures?
Could we raise more?
Maybe.
Then there's no bad options, right? Like, all right, so A, they bring it back, not going to happen. B, our campaign works. Or 3, we somehow raise money to like they bring it back in like a year and a half in version 2.0, non-Rafe version. I assume. And then
is it also a non-Ready Eagle version?
Fuck, I can't guarantee that because I think
there's no way to do there. You can't get those rights out of their hands.
Like, then impossible. We want the rights, but you are not allowed to be involved in any way, shape, or form.
So
here's the money. Get the fuck out of here.
Can you guys tell me how does Red Eagle have the rights, but Sony also has the rights? Where?
Well, the Red Eagle optioned them to Sony.
Okay.
So they still are attached, and they still have ultimate ownership of it. They just gave the option for Sony to create a show, but they still own the rights.
Correct.
And apparently,
that's how they can do other
part
things
of that was they needed to be involved in order for Sony to get the rights.
Right. Mm-hmm. And if you remember, like the whole point is like this weird showdown with Winter's Dragon at like 2 a.m. on FXX. That was the
hashtag save Twat, though. We just put the T in there. Sorry.
There we go. But like that was the piece that actually cemented and cemented their ownership of it. And
it's the best Wheel of Time content that anyone's ever made.
Well, that's pretty good.
There's that delicious piece of irony. Glenn is of course talking about Legend of the Seeker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a 0 for 3 on you guys having watched that one.
You think it'll be 15 years, Glenn? I mean, we've talked about this, but I don't think it's going to be 15 years.
I think it's 3.
They're gonna try to capitalize this on some way.
Yeah, somebody will try to do something else just because. Well, I don't know.
I think
is floundering a little bit.
8 years max.
IP is the currency of the day, so someone's gonna look at this and how badly it got done and be like, "No, we could do this the right."
I mean, we're only 3 years away from just like putting the whole books into a AI generating thing and it's gonna make it for us.
Yeah,
3 years.
Well, I'll just watch it. Oh, I hate it. Taffy, don't get me right.
No, I'll make it. I'll make it for myself. But like,
don't put it out.
No, I would never watch something the studio put out that was generated by AI. But I would generate something for myself with AI and be like, "Oh, this is entertaining. That's crazy." You know what I mean?
I think it'd be so cool. I love the idea of doing an anime like
it feels like
the people that did the Predator one and like the Terminator one you were telling me about, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be fucking bitching. That'd be so cool.
Like really
I was
long.
waiting for. We talked about Predator 1 before it came out, and now I want to.
I'm not an animated guy.
Watch
I
it
never liked anime.
forgot.
I've never been I'm not a comic book guy, as you guys can tell when we read the comics. But I feel like the only way to give this the right version is either AI sucks less and is less creepy, and I think it's terrible, the idea in general. But like, there's no way, or $1 billion budget every season, or third, animated.
No,
I
you
never
could
would
have
have
done
thought animated, but when I saw those origin stories, the origin that they did,
those aren't even good animated.
Right?
Like, not that they were bad or anything, but there was a lot of like moving picture to it and less animation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I don't mean that in the nicest way. Like, I really love those, but like,
so all right. So the way the entertainment works now, like, I don't even know if Game of Thrones would have taken up. Like, Game of Thrones is the last blockbuster show, basically.
Yeah.
And like when they were ending it,
oops, the right size.
HBO was just like, you could just do this as many seasons as you guys want. And they're like, nah, we're gonna wrap it up, and everyone's like, oh no, what are you doing? This is horrible. But so I don't know if you could make the show and make it a big enough hit where they're like, do as many seasons as you need to tell the story, or maybe you can still. I don't know if that's a thing.
I am not a critic in any sort of useful way. I am a critical dick, but I'm not helpful. But again, I look back at what the fuck Game of Thrones had versus what Wheel of Time had, and the way that the exposition, like the way the conversations between characters was to my mind still in many ways light years ahead. And that's not because the actors in the Wheel of Time are bad. It's just because the writing for how they would interact, for what they would say, for how they would say it still seems superior a decade plus later.
Do you think anything would be different in the success of this show if they had followed the map closer? Do you think we'd still be where we are?
Question for you. Are you talking about literal map or the map that's the Wheel of Time books?
That's why I was laughing, because I knew Jonno was going to say something about the actual maps. You're talking about actual maps?
Let me grab it. Hold up. The answer is yes. And maybe it would have made it more complicated or convoluted. All right, fair enough. But your attempts to like straighten it out fucking sucked. And again, I've said it 30.
Yeah.
I've said it 30 times, and I will relinquish the microphone in a moment. But like, I don't know who this show was made for sometimes. Again, it just feels weird to take a massively popular text and then jerk off on the paper, see what happens and sticks, and then say, well, that's our starting ground. Like, that's a very strange thing, because you're losing your original audience very fast, and you're not pulling in a new audience because it's not sensical. And like, there's none of that like rationale for reading it, because it's not there. It's just a very weird thing to me. And microphone to someone else.
Glunson, I think.
Good night, Tommy Bear.
Oh, bye, Tom.
Hi, guys.
Bye, Tom. I got to say bye to him this time.
Yeah, good job.
That was good that he let us know he was going.
Also, very professional question. He should be.
He does usually very quietly. He's just like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
You know what that is? Erection.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah. Do you see that on the book?
Oh, goddamn. Yeah. Joe, answer the question that Tom had asked, though.
Oh.
Because I think it's a wonderful question.
You want to repeat it for me?
No, I'm drunk.
Do you think they would have been successful if they had followed
if it had stuck close to the books?
And the map.
And the map.
And the map. I think it would have struggled more in its first season, although I despise what they did with the first season. So I think it would have struggled more to get its basis, because it was like, I mean, let's like, book one is very Lord of the Ringsy. It's like Gandalf comes to town, they all leave, like it's, I don't know.
It's actually book one of the Sword of Shannara.
But I think it very quickly, even though it starts with that tropey kindness, like fantasy stuff, like it gets very quickly away from that. And I think it would, like, if they had made a more like frantic race and like out of the two rivers, like it was in the books, and like the brief stop in Barillon and they have to keep running, like, and that's still pretty Lord of the Rings, at that point. But like Shadow Logoth and they all split up, like that's different. And like the second you get to Shadow Logoth, like you're good. Like everything's crazy after that. And But yeah, like if you had a fucking crazy episode of just Perrin and Egwene like running away from birds while they meet some weird wolf man, like everyone would have been like, "What the fuck? This show's insane!" You know, like that would have like. So I think, yeah, I don't know,
that to me is still one of the most of all the things.
If they had done the fucking dagger right, like that's one of the best parts of the earlier books is the dagger. You know, and Matt getting consumed by evil while traveling with Rand, and Rand's trying to figure out that deny that he can channel, but still accidentally doing it. You know,
is there anything creepier than when he's
making it a mystery for Rand? I think is the main problem with season 1. Like, if you had tried to stick closer to the books and just been like, we all know it's Rand, like, let's just fucking move on. You know, like if they had just done that, I think season 1 would have been way different.
How much time? How much? Like, legitimate question. Like, I haven't watched season 1 in a few years for some reason. But how much time does that open up for them to tell a different, better story if they take that bullshit out and they instead let certain pieces? I don't need all of the first book, right? That is totally understandable. But if you instead stop paying attention to this weird, contrived narrative and you instead just let other things happen, and you just obviously Rand's the Dragon Reborn, but that's not the whole story, right? Like the whole point is he needs his other tWoTcast, and yes, I still think that. We can say that the other, like the, Elaine, Egwene, Nynaeve, but especially Egwene,
I think they leaned really hard into the Aes Sedai early on, which I thought was like weird. Like you could have kept Moraine like almost the only Aes Sedai we met, just like we do in book 1 kind of thing. Like, and it would have just been just as intriguing and interesting without like showing.
I don't know if I agree there.
Showing all of the Aes Sedai.
I liked the attempt at world building. Like in theory,
but like, what do we ultimately? We got Tar Valon instead of Caemlyn, though, and that altered the story a lot. So it's just like one of those things where you're just like, if you only have money for one big city, stick to the story, and like give it those characters. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, like I don't know.
But I think you got to remember though,
10 times over, the blueprint was there. Like
one of the things that maybe
we could have made something really intriguing and cool, not necessarily not showing any other Aes Sedai. We get to see Elida in fucking season 1 at that point, because she's in Caemlyn,
and so she's a wonderful actress.
But that's a good way to introduce Aes Sedai by just going like, here's the blue and here's the red, and they're fucking hate each other, like, and that kind of like that's almost that's intriguing enough, I guess. Maybe I don't know.
But one thing that we haven't really
slowly introduce us to the world through the kids' eyes. Exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like that, they should be the main characters, and Moraine should be. Although I love Rosamund Pike, like she should be the background character, but that's always there and awesome, kind of thing.
Yeah. Like when they introduced Lan and Moraine in the first episode when they came in, that was fucking bitchin'. Like they really did a good job with that. Lan just came in and stood there. He looked so awesome, and it was hilarious too because he looks like he was not messing around. He didn't give a shit about anybody in that room. He just was serving and made sure it was safe for Moraine.
Taffy, I will tell you a spoiler for one of the later, and I hate saying it.
Okay.
There is a 69% chance that another Twat 69 character
will have Lan in it.
will be Lan.
Yeah, I know.
We're back, and it's Liandrin, and that's what we're talking about tonight. This is a character in this show that wildly different from the books, and I loved every second of it. I hated her just as much as I was supposed to in the beginning, and then I was like, wait a minute, I kind of like Liandrin.
Yep.
What the fuck?
So we decided to end it on something positive, just like sex.
Just top to bottom, Liandrin. I just like most of the changes were like a little out there, and we spent way too much time with her, I would say. Perhaps, but like, she just crushed, man.
Actress crushed it. The actual writing for it. Hey, you actually took something and improved upon it. Congratulations.
Right.
Also, she looks like she's got 7 dicks that she's been chewing for days, just stuck in those cheeks. Goddamn.
Christ.
That's a fucking mouth shit, like jaw. I don't know what you call it, but that's just
a formidable woman.
Yeah, and also, God save those penises. Liandrin
I don't think
is someone
she's into
that,
the peni.
Yeah.
So I think the penais are okay.
Well, that's Jonno's point.
Unless you can channel.
She's crunching them up, spitting them out of her mouth, holding them in her
she'll
cheeks like a squirrel.
She'll shoot fire straight at the dick because she doesn't have any.
Again, why am I? I've already got fire pubes. Why can't I have an erection?
I mean, Liandrin ultimately having the showdown with Nynaeve in Tenchiko is the only part where I'm like, nah. I wanted old Mog, but like that being said, can't dislike her character. You know,
yeah,
like
she's the opposite. Like she is the exception to the rule in this case. That I'm like, I hate every change you made. Like fuck you. By the way, Liandrin was incredible. She is the character that really made me like think that like this is really how you take control of a narrative, because she is someone like we had mentioned earlier who humanizes in a good way what dark friends are, who brings like a reason for these people to do that. Like,
yeah, and giving her more screen time in like season 1, like book 1 kind of thing, and therefore making her betrayal of like Nynaeve and Elaine and Egwene like more powerful in the second.
By the way,
season, I liked, you know, like kind of. I was just like, oh, you did? Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even know it was gonna happen.
Yeah, you should have read the books, you dumb dick. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, I liked everything they did with her for the most. Well, not everything. Let me take that back. I'm not a huge fan of the son point of view.
Season 3 is where it starts to fall off for me, especially when especially when the end with not that she was bad at any point, because she was fantastic, but like her joining up with old Mog at the end, to be a new Forsaken, I was like, all right, now you're taking it a step too far. Like I don't need Liandrin that much. Like we can just you can have a really awesome Liandrin season 1 and 2, and then I never see her again, and I wouldn't care. Or you know what I mean? Like bring her back really season 5 and just kill her or whatever.
Yeah, shame her the fuck like what happens, right?
Yeah.
Take a character
like she could have had a really strong 2-season arc and never been on the show again, and I would never have like cared at all. Like I disagree. Like, all right, next Aes Sedai.
I think embrace what the fuck happens, right? Take her on this strong arc, show her how badass she is, and then flex what the fuck the Forsaken are. Let her like take it one step too far and get humbled as fuck. Let her just be absolutely just like, bowl cutting her.
Yeah.
If Liandrin didn't have a son, the Shadow would have won. Interesting.
Interesting.
Taffy, how do you feel about Liandrin?
I mean, she was cool, but she took away a lot from who was supposed to be in there more.
Well, it shouldn't be a woman.
That's what women do. They take away from other people.
I made Jonno say that. That was
me. Oh, that was Jonno? Or I thought, Joe, you're the sexist one. I thought that.
Yeah, I'm the sexist one. I made Jonno say. I texted him to him.
Actually, I guess I am, because I'm the one who just said it.
That's true.
But they fucked around with so many other of the characters. Like having her in there more didn't really. She was
so Taffy.
She was a good Liandrin. She was a great Liandrin.
Let's pretend you're very drunk. All right. Now tell me your unfettered thoughts about Liandrin, because I feel like you're holding back more than my wife does at night. She sounds like that too when I pull my penis out.
I mean...
And that too. Stop it.
I don't know, man. It's all tangled up with everything else. Like...
Yeah, that's a problem. Like, it's hard to
go shut the fuck up.
Like I would have loved to see her get collared by the Shan-Chan. And not be like, why did she have to be the one to confront Nynaeve? Like, I just don't know. I'd love to put someone on the rack, the torture rack, and give them one of those solutions where you shoot them with something that they have to tell you the truth and demand answers. Yes. I'd love to know.
Do you think she was too closely tied to Nynaeve in the beginning, and therefore they like wanted to keep that going. Because Nynaeve had like long conversations with her when she was like, fuck Moraine. And she's like, yes, I said I suck, but not all of them because I'm red. You know, do you remember that shit that was going on in the beginning?
Well, but that made sense because she was trying to recruit a possible channeler, right? Like she was intrigued by her and stuff. Dovey, you're looking in the mirror again. That's not me. That's you. Yes, poor John.
I never went to prom.
Did White Man go to prom with you? Maybe you just forgot.
Yeah, he did. Because
is White Man my mother?
Suck away man's vitality.
I mean,
yes, they do. That's what we do. He's right about that.
I do appreciate the frustration there, right? To a certain extent, like the reasons that we really like Liandrin are almost kind of the opposite of what we've been talking about, and I get that. We understand that, you know, and actually, you know, she's more of a character than she should be. She's more of this than she should be. She's not doing everything. And this is I do hate this scene. She does take that, again, as Joe had made up, stolen valor. Good idea, Joe. You know, in this case, Moghedian. But I think this is the first time that it really actually flex a character in the right way to change her. That being said, I still want her the fuck out of the way so we can get to some other pieces, though. So if she had just died naturally and just been like, all right, cool, thanks for coming by. That's
kind of what I was saying. Like, if it would have been like a really strong 2-season thing and we had moved on to other characters at that point, I would have been like, yeah, okay, maybe bring her back in like season 5 and like, you know, when they're still fucking around with the Black Aja or whatever. But like,
there's no season 5, by the way.
Oh, there isn't one.
No, that got
There
canceled.
might be. I guess we should say that because there are people here with us that would really like there to be a season 5. So hopefully there will be, because then we can talk to our friends about it.
Yeah, say like what? It's hashtag say what. It's saywhat.com.
Tell your friends. Tell your grandparents. Have them save what.
Your grandparents better fucking be there.
Yeah. If not, Nana's in trouble.
Yeah. Because she's going to die soon.
Fuck her up. Yeah, we're going to
She's
punch
going
Nana.
to hell.
Tell Nana if she doesn't save what, she's going to fucking get it.
By the way, this old hag, she knows what's coming.
She knows what's good for
her. Okay.
So it's weird. It's hard to focus on one character at a time because then you think about all the different things that they're connected with and stuff.
Yeah, having Mat and Min together was Jonno's fault.
Sorry.
Also,
it's almost like he thought about it.
But the three of them together, that's a good pairing because they're all like, brilliant. I mean, it was very brilliant. They should have not have, like, I didn't need the whole Nynaeve running into Liandrin again. I mean, I know that was the whole thing, but I don't think at that point that Nynaeve would, well, also, show Nynaeve is very different. Oh, wait till we get to her.
Arosa. Hey, Arosa.
Yeah. Hi, Arosa.
The main problem, but I'm biased, is that they made Rand a secondary character. Rafe wanted people to care about others, but it was at a big expense.
Okay, that's a good point.
I don't know how long you've been paying attention.
There's a lot of people agreeing with this sentiment.
Yeah, that's really well said.
Arosa may have just joined for like recently, which is probably her biggest mistake today. But like there is, that's exactly right. Is like, and we've talked about it kind of. I don't know.
The weight wasn't distributed properly. I think that's ultimately my entire problem.
I think that's
like when it really comes down to it. Like,
but at that point, Nynaeve shouldn't have cared about Liandrin anymore at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But because she was so cowed and like because of like she hasn't done shit for 2 seasons, they made her a character that would still try to like give a shit about Liandrin at that point.
And
and it's kind of weird.
It is.
Hold on. I'm sad about Rosamund's ring post, but I just wanted to yell. She probably only needed to be back one episode and it would be fine.
Right. I mean, yeah.
I don't know what post you're talking about. Did Rosamund post something?
Yeah, she posted it I'm sorry. Do you want to tell him, Arosa, or do you want me to say?
No,
we could wait for her. Okay, I'll say. She posted a photo of her Aes Sedai ring, and
okay.
And she said, I forgot what it was. She said something about like I'm hanging
Cock
up my
rings
ring
are
or something
forever.
like that. She said this ring is
that
too
sucks.
fucking small for my husband's dick, and I'm throwing it in the ocean.
Allegedly.
Yes. I don't need this
Rosamund
shit
Pike.
anymore.
You're paraphrasing.
I think she posted a bunch of photos and stuff too, but I mean that makes sense. It's not like she's part of the studio and she's like, at some point it's been 2 months or something, right?
Yes,
or a
ma'am.
month. Or maybe it's only been a
been-
month. I don't know.
It's been about 6 weeks since you looked at me.
Oh.
God damn it, John.
But I mean, I was going to say something relevant, but I forgot. So next topic.
I'm so sorry.
Man,
hey, I'm doing a good job. I talked over you.
Arosa just joined, I assume, in the last 23 minutes. But that's exactly for a minute.
I mean,
so-
Arosa, it's
oh,
maybe doomed.
I mean, I think it's probably doomed, unfortunately. Show Arosa's original post that you showed earlier that was about just timeline.
Her sentiments.
Yeah. But I think this is exactly, and maybe we didn't do a very good job talking about it, which doesn't sound like us at all. But we wasted so much time in season 1 on the Who is the Dragon thread that it took away from the dragon, which was Rand. I don't know if you know this. Dragon Reborn, by the way. But also, like, actually just fleshing out characters that are their trajectories, right? And, so if you think that Mat, Rand, Egwene, whatever they're going to be, these characters that are in a certain pathway, it really changes what the fuck happens. And instead of just letting them be the characters that they become, that lets it be much more concise fucking narrative and lets you develop them in an organic way versus this weird hybrid will he won't he kind of bullshit jerk off shit. Also, Rand's the main character. I don't know if you know this.
That's the thing. Like, I mean, I know they're trying to keep it like. I know the intention was to make it more broad and open to interpretation. Hence,
we don't call them broads. Jesus, man.
Hence the inclusion of Nynaeve and Egwene, who are broads, by the way. And then, like, as a possible candidate, but then also to like bring in, I guess, a new audience with like the mystery of who the Dragon Reborn is. But like, we live in this current world where like the new audience they're talking about are the exact ones that are just going to Google who the Dragon Reborn is immediately and not care. Like, they're not going to care. They're just going to be like, who's the Dragon Reborn? I want to know so bad. And like, they're just going to, like, after one episode, they're just going to be like, oh, it's Rand. Or if you just like casually know the books exist and you see Rand on every fucking cover, you're going to be like, all right, well, it's probably Rand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like trying to keep it a mystery was just such a fucking dumbass move from the beginning. And I don't know if it was studio notes or Rafe's idea to bring it to a broader audience or who the fuck knows. But like, I don't know. Just what a dumb move in retrospect, especially. Because if you just kept it closer to the book, it might have grown an audience like naturally and just been one.
I mean, even having
all the Wheel of Time nerds would be
right
ecstatic because they're getting to watch their show. So we would never have gone anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway.
The broad strokes, I believe, is also a sword form.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think it could still be successful, especially if another streamer picks it up, like Apple.
Maybe that's what Rosamund is saying. Like, as far as Amazon, like, they're not gonna. When she's doing that, she's like, okay, it's not happening. Yeah. We're not renewing with them. We're not going to renegotiate. But Sony still, like, they just released another video. They just posted another video from the show like yesterday or something. So it doesn't mean Sony's done, trying to get attention.
Sony totally has the rights to keep making the show. They want someone else to make the show. They just don't want to make it. Like, they don't have a TV studio. Like, they need another platform to do it for them.
You know what they should do? They should do video games. I don't know if you've heard of this.
On that note, like if
should.
you guys aren't following Sharon Gillum, the costume designer on Instagram, you should, because it's fucking like every day, multiple times a day. She's just putting out like a million amazing pictures of all like the costume design she did over the series. And it's just like really cool behind the scenes photos of them like trying on their costumes or wearing the costumes, or really close up images of shots in the show that you only saw for like a second. And it's like, you know,
cool.
like when they're all like dark, evil versions of themselves and Rain's getting murdered, she'll like take a photo. Like it was like she was taking photos on set, of course, of them all wearing their costumes or whatever. And like she's just posting all of her photos slowly. And it's so fucking cool. Like all the detail and shit. And you know, obviously she's the costume designer. So she's, you know, focusing on the details of the costume. But like, it's just really cool to see all the costumes and stuff that she made, like that you only really get a glimpse of in the show for the most part.
Yeah, that is.
But yeah, like every day I'm like, holy shit, this is amazing. You know, like, and it's like 5 or 6 photos a post maybe or something like that. But
what do they do with all that? That's so much like.
I don't know, but it like obviously she's still like, look at all this awesome work I did, so I can get another job. Or maybe there's a slight bit of her that's like, hey, look at all this awesome work we did on this fucking show. That's really fucking cool. Maybe you guys should go watch this show, you know, kind of thing.
Again, like it's very easy and kind of fun and fulfilling in its own way to shit on the show. But the people who put so much work and did all this, like the costumes, the set design, for the most part, well, costumes, 10 out of 10, fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Set design, probably the best person, I forget the person's name, who was always designing cliffs above certain things.
Yeah.
That person should be shot.
Yeah.
So it's just, but anyway.
The Seafood had too much costume on.
Oh my god.
Too much costume on, yeah.
Too much costume on them.
But whoever was just like, we're just going to always have them over a cliff overlooking everything.
Just it's all about the cliff.
Fuck me. Just
they're showing how expansive the world is.
And there's always a cliff. It's amazing.
And the railing,
how are you going to justify filming the campsite from the air if you don't have people looking down at it, Jonno? Look at that White Cliff encampment. Did you see one tent between like some trees? No, they need to be up high so they can be like, there it is.
From the air, you can show things from the air and then come down to a point of view that happens in like everything. You don't have to believe like, well, clearly it's a drone or clearly it's this.
Jonno, did something happen with you with a cliff?
Yeah. He was in Tarvalon and he almost fell over this railing that was basically non-existent. It was ankle height. It was insane.
Ankle height
he was on a balcony and he almost fell. It was kind of embarrassing also. Well, here's the thing. He was wearing sandals.
Sandals.
I was overlooking a cliff outside of Tarvalon, and then I was on the White Tower looking down, almost fell there too. I probably should have changed my shoe wear. I probably should have done anything, but
you really had to melt that ring down. So like you had shit to do.
You just okay, that explains your animosity toward the cliffs, overlooking cliffs for sure.
Yeah, you just fucking hated those cliffs.
Yeah. What if you were on the cliff and you found a drawing of Matt with the water jug horn?
Jug horn.
And it's pinned to the ground by
the
ruby
face.
dagger with a tied to a mop
stick
handle.
on it. So what would happen then is I would grab all the kindling I could.
Okay.
And while doing that, slip because he's only wearing flip-flops, and then he would slide off.
Flip-flops.
Fly off the Grand Canyon.
I'd cover myself in oil and take it all off the edge with me. Like I would just be done. Just be fucking done.
Hey, real story. I drove out to California, and on the way we stopped at the Grand Canyon because we'd never seen it, and my buddy almost slipped and fell into the Grand Canyon.
Was it a certain Jeff S?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There were ropes.
But
they were about ankle height. They were ankle height ropes. No, it's more like he jumped from one rock to another and there was a gap in the middle of them. And then when he got to the other one, he started sliding towards the edge. And and basically I was like, there's no way I can get there in time. I was like, my friend's about to die. I'm 20 feet away. All I can do is go, no. You know, like you can't do anything. You're just like, and you're gonna die. Oh, he got himself. All right, never mind.
That would be a noble
That's
death,
crazy.
Mr. Swanson. If that's how Swanson went, it's all right.
Oh man. That's what happened to Jonno.
That's me.
Okay.
That was me over the cliffs. Also, are you fucking kidding me that it doesn't bother you guys that that's how many scenes? Like they did, what, 30 different?
There was a lot of clip scenes. It slowed a bit in later.
It slowed
episodes.
At first, I get it. Like, you know, all right.
Season 1, we literally made a bit out of it, but season 2, I was like, there was not a lot of clips.
If it's during COVID, I get it. Like, right, here's a way to keep actors separated. Here's a way to do this. Add some scale. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But thereafter, fuck you.
All right. How dare you ever show a cliff in this?
There's no cliff in mine.
Or high overlooking mountainside.
It's just cheap writing. It's just cheap. Like, here's how we show scale. We just stand here and look out.
Like that.
Yes,
Cliff
like the Cliff Loyal fell off.
Vince, fuck Vince. Come on, man.
Oh, they're just fucking with you at this point.
I
mean,
know.
so
I know.
No,
It's
they're
more
not. They're
fun if
fucking
I react dramatically.
oh yeah,
Dr. Adamically.
It's more fun if I pretend to get angry.
Well, you know, I think we've done it.
Oh. Do we have any other sections?
That was Twat 69 for Mat Min and Liandrin.
Oh, who's the other
The next
character?
one should be for Cliff.
Joe first.
Huh?
What was the other character that we had in there?
Oh, sorry, there was one last character, but we're gonna do him every time. It was Rafe Judkins.
It was good. I liked him when he said he wanted to do the Wheel of Time TV show, and then it slowly started turning into the six. Started swinging around.
Yeah.
Again, he came very close to seeing his dick on the way down on that fucking like it's real close, just really could
hit like and subscribe because we're real classy over here at tWoTcast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It just takes a second, everybody.
It just
like sex.
takes a second.
Yeah, just like
Yes.
Jonno and his sex.
So that's tWoTcast for this week. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. In theory, I respond to those eventually.
I do
We're back to in theory. I was pretty good.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Yeah. Taffy, you respond a lot.
I try.
tWoTcast theme song is brought to you by the one and only Taffy Bennington, of course. What an
Taffy.
amazing intro. And legendary Andrew Bard of Time. Links to their stuff's always below. Please listen to the music. It's amazing.
Andrew.
Join us next episode for more Wheel of Time covering, I guess, more Twat 69 right now. I don't know. We might do another
and
one
then
of these.
also if you are here with us and you are still, we do care about Save Twat, and we care about if you're still upset that there's no renewal at this point, and we are right here with you.
We actually do. We do care.
We do vocally bitch about the things that we felt were wrong on the show, but that doesn't mean we don't want the show.
We do want the show.
I hate everything about my wife, but I don't want her to leave me again.
Yeah. Why would you want that? Anyway, more Twat 69 with more show characters next week, probably.
And hopefully good news about
and then
the TV
and
show.
Maybe we'll get some good news. Maybe we'll get some good news. That's actually honestly why we're still talking about the show. We're just like, let's just keep talking about the show until we know it's officially dead. Let's see if the same WOT goes anywhere.
After the show is canceled, guess what happens? We go right back to reading the Wheel of Time books.
I mean, we're just going to keep doing Wheel of Time stuff. And we'll
I'm
probably
excited
still
for
revisit
book
the shows
5.
at some point.
Yeah. Oh, man. I can't wait to revisit season 1 in like 3 years. I'm sure it'll age immaculately.
There's some
Just
great
like we
stuff
have.
in that. Like with Tom with the fade in the farmhouse. Like that was fucking awesome.
Hey, that is fucking awesome.
Yeah. That was
and we'll talk about Tom.
The shadows and stuff.
What are they doing now? And maybe Twat 69. We'll see. I'm Joe. Say goodnight, Jonno.
Good night, Jonno.
And Tom's not here anymore. Taffy.
Good night. Don't forget to check in on MySpace.
Space for all your Wheel of Time news.
Yes, you'll hear the news there first about the show renewal.
Keep it. Change, you filthy animals.
Among the first to start, the tWoTcast was so smart to lovingly bash our favorite books. But that was long ago, and now they've grown the show, and now they got us in their hooks. Don't throw coins to these bastards, they need bars of gold at least. Someone please keep them afloat. Now let's listen as they once again ramble through a book. Let's get the fucking quote. One of them is Tom, but he is barely on. Sometimes he calls into the show. Another one is Jonno. Is he their joker? Oh no. And Joe, is he the stupid one? Welcome to the tWoTcast. We will share our love for books and all our hate in every episode. We'll entertain you, make you laugh so hard you barely can stand up. That is the tWoTcast goal.